The novel traces the adventure of PK, an English-speaking South African boy from age 5 to age 17, from the year 1939 to 1951, who was sent to live with his nanny and grandpa after his mother has a nervous breakdown. He is thereafter sent to boarding school. In this boarding school, PK is constantly bullied for being English, where else everybody is Afrikaner or of Dutch roots. He is called names like Piskop, which means pisshead, due to his bedwetting problems, by a much older kid called the Judge. Once home for vacation, Nanny seeks help for the bedwetting problems. She brings in the witch doctor Inkosi Nkosi, who not only solves PK's problem but also gives him a new friend, his pet chicken, Grandpa Chook. PK excels at school, yet he learns that to survive, one must adopt a camouflage, so he hides his brilliance. The bullying, however, continues, and at the end of the school year, Judge makes PK eat feces and kills the pet chicken, Grandpa Chook. PK hopes to go back to his nanny, but is instead sent to Barberton with his recuperated mother and grandfather. On his way to Barberton, PK meets Hoppy Gernwald. Hoppy shows PK his boxing gloves and invites him to one of his matches. From here, PK's desire to become a welterweight champion is born. Hoppy's most important lesson follows PK throughout the novel, first with the head, then with the heart. Once settled in Barberton, PK meets Doc, an old German music professor who becomes his father figure and teacher. Doc is thereafter taken to prison for not having the right documentation. PK visits Doc in the prison and joins a boxing school. Here he meets one of the prisoners, Gil Pete. Gil sees PK's potential and trains him to become a great boxer. The town's boxing team wins many competitions. PK feels great compassion for the prisoners, so with Doc and Gil's help, they establish a black market for tobacco and letters. PK becomes a legend amongst the prisoners, the Tadpole Angel, a sign of hope. Gil Pete is suddenly murdered by a suspicious guard. PK mourns his death. After, Doc is set free as World War II ends. PK continues to box and wins the junior championship. He also receives a scholarship to the Prince of Wales School in Johannesburg. In the Prince of Wales School, PK befriends a rich Jewish boy, Jaime Levy, and together they make many scams to win money. The money is used to pay extra boxing classes for PK. PK's talent in boxing grows and helps propel the almost non-existent boxing club of the Prince of Wales School. However, at the end of his school career, PK faces Doc's death and the fact that he did not get his scholarship to Oxford. In order to pay his tuition to Oxford and gain strength to become the welterweight champion, PK takes on a dangerous job in a Rhodesian mine, working as a grizzly man. He befriends another miner, a Russian named Rasputin, who saves PK from a mining disaster but kills himself in the process. Before finally quitting, PK realizes he has been working for his nemesis, the Judge, now known as Japi Buta. PK knocks him out and carves his initials on the Judge's shoulder, finally taking revenge. The Boer War was the struggle between British descendants and Dutch descendants in South Africa. During this war, which took place from 1880 to 1881 and 1899 to 1902, the British sent thousands of Dutch descendants to concentration camps. Thanks to this, many of the Boers in the Power of One hold a deep hatred toward the Rooinek, or those of English descent. We can see the hate of the Boer portrayed in the bullying of PK, who is English. He is trapped in a boarding school filled with Boers. Their culture teaches Boers to hate the Rooinek, and vice versa. However, this tough piece of culture that PK is exposed to serves to feed one of the overall themes in the book. Our reason, courage, and strength can reach their full potential when challenged by a hostile environment. Thanks to the judge and the hatred of the Boer and Ruinig, PK is able to face other bullies in other schools. The author uses clear descriptive language in many scenarios. The author supplies us with specific examples of his great description methods. For example, comparing a person's color to that of curry, and comparing someone's voice to that of a rusty rasp on hardwood. Tumaybuye Africa, to Klar, to Abafasi, to Rusk, Amaseli, Smallba, and Onoshovishovi Ingelosi. Boyo, Cod Swallop. All of these words show magic to them, and they are what make the diction in this novel special. The Power of One shows PK's view on how normal the segregation has become in the country. As the novel progresses, the reader slowly experiences, along with PK, the racial tensions present in South Africa. Senzeni